Welcome to Pro News Weekly. Let's dive into the latest updates from the financial markets. The US dollar is reacting to rumors of negotiations. Stock indices are banking on corporate earnings. Everyone and their dog is selling gold, and Bitcoin enthusiasts remain undeterred. Rising oil prices, triggered by Iran's rejection of Donald Trump's 15-point plan, have sent the euro lower against the dollar. Tehran does not consider itself to have lost the war and is putting forward its own demands. This does not look like a surrender, which means the armed conflict is likely to continue, a development that is positive for the dollar in the near term. Morgan Stanley describes the dollar rally as a bull trap, pointing out that the oil crisis is temporary, whilst divergence in monetary policy always works. The futures market indicates a 32% chance of the Fed rate hike. This is a dramatic turn from the start of the year, when speculators were betting on 2 to 3 rate cuts by the end of the year. Still, the ECB is expected to deliver up to 3 rate hikes in that time, which should favor the euro against the dollar. Deutsche Bank believes that a protracted conflict in the Middle East carries the risk of a shift from the petrodollar to the petro-yuan. The concept first emerged in 1974, when Saudi Arabia agreed to sell oil for US dollars and buy dollar-denominated assets in its reserves in exchange for security guarantees from the US. Riyadh now sells 4 times as many barrels to China as it does to the United States. US stocks remain resilient, supported by broad investor confidence. Geopolitical conflicts will end sooner or later, whilst the S&P 500, Nasdaq, and Dow Jones indices are rising, thanks to a strong economy and corporate profits. If tensions in the Middle East do not trigger stagflation or recession, and earnings expectations remain positive, there's still room for further market gains. The upward revision of the consensus forecast for first quarter corporate earnings from 10.9% prior to the war in Iran to 11.9% seems unexpected. Morgan Stanley notes that it is extremely unusual to see analysts' estimates increase amid falling share prices. The bank anticipates S&P companies' earnings to grow by 20% over the next 12 months, a trend that has typically occurred only after recessions. Nationwide believes that the market continues to buy the dips. Positive news from the Middle East will cause major investors to pull back and trigger a rally in the S&P 500. Gold continues to face selling pressure as investors liquidate positions to meet margin calls in equities, while falling bond prices add to the strain on portfolios. Central banks are also selling to build precautionary buffers for their economies amid the risk of higher oil prices. Since the outbreak of the armed conflict, around $11 billion has flowed out of specialized exchange-traded funds. Although March is not yet over, this already marks the largest monthly outflow since 2005. The Central Bank of Turkey intends to sell gold bars to support the battered lira. Over the past decade, the country has been one of the most aggressive buyers of the precious metal, building reserves worth around $135 billion. Other regulators may follow Ankar's lead, potentially weakening demand for gold, while retail investors could also begin to reduce their exposure. Despite Bitcoin's reluctance to break out of its consolidation phase, Bernstein Research forecasts that the price will soar to $150,000 by the end of the year. According to the firm, this will be driven by an increase in the proportion of institutional investors among holders, as well as the growing role of ETFs in stabilizing the market. The digital asset has bottomed out and will only go up from here. Strategy shares this view. Michael Saylor's company purchased 1,031 Bitcoins between the 16th and 22nd of March, totaling $76.5 million. It intends to issue $42 billion worth of preferred and common shares to further boost demand for their cryptocurrency. Meanwhile, Bitcoin continues to react sensitively to events in the Middle East. Positive news regarding US-Iran talks boosts risk appetite and drives up the first cryptocurrency, but it has retreated somewhat lately. The war in Iran, the closure of the Strait of Hormuz, and oil market conditions will continue to be the investors' focus. The longer unrest lasts, the greater the chances of stagflation. It is from this perspective that the markets will be watching macro data. In this regard, the acceleration of German and European inflation in March could reinforce the ECB's hawkish rhetoric. Christine Lagarde and Bundesbank President Joachim Nagel have expressed a willingness to raise rates to combat high prices. However, the euro-US dollar tends to react more to developments in the oil market than to monetary policy. US business activity and the labor market reports will signal an economic slowdown. If this happens rapidly, the Fed will begin to consider resuming its rate cut cycle, which will exert pressure on the US dollar. The positions of the United States and Iran remain far apart, yet financial markets continue to show cautious optimism. Signs that diplomatic channels remain open are supporting global risk appetite and helping stock indices avoid sharper declines. However, any escalation in tensions could quickly change sentiment. A broader regional conflict would represent a significant geopolitical risk for investors. Keep up to date with global market developments in Pro News Weekly. Like, share, and subscribe.